Hi, welcome to day 3. You made it. Okay, I tried to make a list of the 30 days just for my own sake, so I can kind of have a basis and, change them if I feel like it. I haven't talked about my family a lot on here. Very little, actually. So let me give you some background so you can kind of understand why this is so important. My parents got divorced when I was 6. My dad was around most of the time, and after, if you see my coming out video, after I came out to my mom, I stopped living with him, and we pretty much lost touch, because I was gay. I spent a lot of time growing up with my grandparents on my mom's side, mostly because my parents had really interesting work schedules. Yeah. My dad's parents weren't really involved in my life at all, and I spent time with them, but they weren't. I don't know. They just didn't seem invested in the way that my mom's parents did. Anyway, so I'm very, very, very grateful for my grandparents and my grandmother's parents. My great grandparents were alive until I was about from 8 to 10. We lost them, and it was a really, really great experience to be able to spend time with them and learn about how much the world had changed during their lifetime. But my grandparents specifically. My grandmother's always joked, like, it's always kind of a weird thing that I was the first grandchild on both sides. I'm the oldest. My mom's parents, there are two of us, two grandkids, and so I'm the oldest. So I was first, and so I got to pick the name for the grandparents. I don't know if this happens in other families, but you know, you go grandma, grandpa, pop. There's a Jewish one in there that I can't, bubbly, I don't know. There's a Jewish one in there I can't think of. Somebody will tell me probably. Anyway, but I call my grandparents Mimi and Papa. So I came up with Mimi, which is pretty cool. And it stuck after all this time. So, yeah. My grandparents are really awesome. I pretty much consider them my parents. Jackie jokes that I'm exactly like my grandfather. As far as, like, our sense of humor, he's really strange and really loud and just kind of out there. And my grandmother, I think I would be very lucky to get qualities from her. I hear that I do, but she's just such a wonderful person and always has been. I think my favorite story about my grandparents, and I think it pretty much sums up how they feel about me. It's hard to sum up how I feel about them. It's just so deep. I was in a car accident when I was 3. My mom was driving, and it was a Volkswagen Jetta, and I actually don't know what happened in the accident. I know about what it was. I have no memory of the accident, but I do have a memory of being in the hospital. My liver was lacerated, and they weren't sure if they were going to have to do surgery or not, so I was thinking the ICU for a little bit. And I had, like, everybody has, like, a comfort object as a kid, and I remember having a fit because I needed it to be there, and, like, the second night it was there. The first night I was really, really upset, and I think I was like 3, so I was hooked up to all these machines, and everybody was there, you know, my parents and Mimi and Papa, and I ended up crawling into Mimi's lap, and she basically got me to fall asleep, and while I was trying to go to sleep, everybody kind of left the room, and I've heard this story, and I remember parts of it, especially now, I'm having kind of a hard time picturing. But everybody left the room, and she pretty much stayed up the entire night, not wanting to move because I had fell asleep. And that kind of just a dedication to my life and to making sure I was okay is pretty standard. I mean, it's remained the same for so long. The hard thing now is they're getting older, and I really don't want them to disappear. They're also funding my Lyme treatment. They've always been real supportive as far as me being sick and believing that I was sick. And because of the treatment and doctor I'm seeing, everything is out of pocket. And the astronomical amount of this cost that they're just so willing to give to me without a thought. I mean, I remember we talked about it, and maybe it was just like, whatever you need, it'll be done. And to see these checks being written out on every visit, it's just astounding, and I don't think I could ever truly express the gratitude I have for them, for what they've done, and for being in my life. So that's a big one, number 3. I'm very grateful for my grandparents. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.